Welcome back to AWE TV. I'm Mark Pizer, and with me is Aurasma's RJ Holmberg.
How's it going?
Good.
Nice to see you.
Tell me about what you guys expect to see here at AWE this year.
Well, first off, this is my first time coming to the show, so I have to say I'm blown away at how many people. There's like at least 3,000 people from what I've heard.
It's a nice community.
That's a great community. And yesterday, just the discussion, the level of discussions were great. So I'm interested definitely in looking at some of the wearable stuff. I think some of the VR implementations are getting more and more interesting. So that's been good to see for sure.
There was a newswire out today announcing you guys have expanded, I think, by hundreds of thousands of people, users of Aurasma in the last 12 months.
Yeah.
How have you guys gotten to that point? Aurasma is called versatile, education friendly. What are you saying? What are you thinking? And what are your partners saying about Aurasma?
Yeah, no, I think I mean really what it comes down to is we've been in the market for a while. So we're owned by HP, which is very helpful, frankly. I mean, it's certainly on the business development and strategic side. That's great for us because we can get conversations going that other companies might not be able to have. So that's helping us a lot. But like you mentioned, education is sort of how we started. Very organically grown there. I'd say without a doubt we're the most used AR platform in education because it's so intuitive. So a number of classes are using it weekly to do poetry projects or just cool projects to engage the kids more. So that's been, I think, really important for our growth. But what we're seeing now and what we're really focused on is digital marketers. So that's where we're seeing a massive amount of growth. We've hired a huge sales team, and it's really about what I said earlier too was it's engaging. It's always been engaging, but some people used to say it's sort of gimmicky, and now I think it's graduated to a point where it's also actionable and measurable. And so that's the part that we feel is really important.
In the newswire, there's a mention of a new feature, analytics. I mean, this is how marketers kind of prove their budgets, right? You need to prove it. There are people coming in, there's engagement.
Absolutely.
Numbers. So you guys are offering that.
We're offering that, and so the way we go to the market, it's a SaaS subscription. So we have a thing called studio.aurasma.com, which is where it's kind of the entry point for all of our customers. So they come in through Studio, and they're able to create an account, and that's where they manage. So they create, manage, and then track everything. And so that's where the analytics piece comes in. So like you said, they're able to say, hey, either this wasn't as successful as we thought, we can make a couple tweaks, let's edit this campaign and do it again, or wow, this was wildly successful. I mentioned earlier Office Depot did a campaign with us and they saw a 65% click-through rate, which is for mobile fantastic, 300% increase in app usage, so things like that. But yeah, to the point of we are now at 100,000 users, which is great. So we're and that's not downloads, that's actually studio accounts of people making augmented reality experiences. So it's really exciting for us.
In bringing partners, you mentioned Office Depot, and bringing partners on board to understand this is a new technology, there's a benefit to be gained. Like, tell me about the conversation with that. Do they get it right away? Does it vary by industry? How do you get them on board and tell them, this is actionable, this is what you want, this is the future, this is what even your customers are looking for now?
Yeah, I mean, I think a year ago, like we were talking about earlier, it was so different than it is now. And for us, it was the same. I think our customers were at that point, we do South by Southwest every year. Last year, people would come up to our booth and we're kind of like, what's AR? Like, what does it do? And that's a really targeted group of people, a lot of advertisers. This year, the whole conversation was, okay, what's new, what's different? We've done a couple AR campaigns, and we're going to continue to do it. So I think that certain industries might be a little slower to adopt it. They still kind of consider it really like space age technology, where
magic future stuff. Not sure
where they're really, I think, starting to realize, and it's things like our Studio tool and the way an end user can do it quickly. Kids are building experiences, so it's like very intuitive. So if the little kids in grade 2 and Hidden Valley Elementary can do it, digital creative types at a digital agency love it because they can go in and do great experiences, and then
this is where that versatility comes in.
It's the versatility, and I think that the thing for us, the proof is that they're also repeat customers, so that it's kind of becoming a budget item where they're saying we have to. This is a canvas, a digital canvas. This is measurable, so by all means, we're not going to just do a one-off campaign. It's going to be in our budget for the next 12 months, and that's music to our ears.
Speaking of the next 12 months, what do you guys expect to see by the next AWE?
I hate to predict because really, like, think about the progression. I think a lot more people will come into the space, which we love. I think some of the new startups that are coming in are coming up with great ideas. I think content is absolutely imperative, and so building that out so that when some consumer or end user experiences AR, it's not just like, oh, that was cute, but it's more like, wow, that helped me. I actually bought the watch because I was able to see what it looked like on my wrist. So I think commercially that's, I think, going to just grow exponentially. For Aurasma, we do have the ability now with our SDK to work with IC manufacturers, with OEMs to embed deeper. And I think it will become more a part of platforms than we're seeing today. So I think that's going to be something. And then really, I think the sky's the limit for where the next genius comes up with something where we all said, wow, that's a great idea.
Yeah, right.
So it'll be fun to see.
Looking forward to it. See you next year then?
Absolutely, yeah. Nice to meet you. Thanks.
You too. This is AWE TV. I'm Mark Peiser, and with me is RJ Holmberg from Aurasma. Thanks.